So you're moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, or the surrounding areas of South Carolina, and you want a new home build. Well, things don't always go perfectly with new home builders. I got a couple of stories. I'm gonna let you hear them right after this. My name is Eli Maggots, and I'm a luxury real estate advisor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the surrounding suburbs, specializing in luxury homes and new home construction. But more importantly, I'm your realtor with heart. I'm not trying to sell you a house, but I'm here to help you find a home and a lifestyle that you and your family are gonna love. If you need somebody that you can trust and someone who you can get along with, and you think we're a good fit, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is down below. Now, I put out videos every single week about the best of Charlotte, things that are going on, how the market's doing, and different neighborhoods. If you don't want to miss any of those, stay in the loop. Go ahead down to the bottom, hit the red subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll be notified when my new videos are out every single week. And if you stay tuned to the very end, I'm giving you a free online guide that's going to tell you a lot about Charlotte, the surrounding areas, the neighborhoods, the schools, but you've got to stay tuned to the very end. So everybody's looking for a new home, but things don't always go smoothly, and based on the way our market is, things are a little funky in some spots. So, story number one, we have a neighborhood in a very desirable area of Marvin. So this neighborhood in Marvin has been in development for a long time. Houses have been built, but now there's an overwhelming demand for this neighborhood. Now this neighborhood does have 40 or 50 lots that are quote unquote available. However, they're not releasing all their lots. They are doing what we call a highest and best. So what they have been doing is they're building one house at a time. Once the house is framed, they'll tell you what the model is going to be. They will give you a time limit. They'll say the house is on sale on Friday. We need a highest and best offer by Sunday at 5 p.m. So you have people waiting and bidding and trying to outbid each other on these homes. It is a little bit insane. Then they started releasing lots to the first come, first serve. And they said the lots were gonna go on sale on Saturday. People started lining up on Friday, waiting to get a lot. Again, a little bit crazy. Now we're in the third iteration of them trying to sell some of their lots. They are releasing this weekend 2 lots, count them, 2 lots. Those 2 lots, you get to look at the lots. They tell you what plans are not going to fit on those lots. And then what's gonna happen is that they have raised their prices. So now you're gonna spend $1 million on the house. You're guaranteeing that you're gonna spend at least $150,000 in their design center. So you're up to 115. But they're not selling you the house. They're just telling you where the house starts, what you have to put into the house. You're going to be able to choose what you want in the house. However, the lot is going to get a highest and best offer. So they've got 2 lots. They're going to make it highest and best. Essentially, you're going to be bidding on what the lot premium is going to be. So if the lot is 0 lot premium and you offer to pay $50,000 lot premium, you will get the lot and the right to spend at least $1.125 million on a house. $50,000 may not be enough to get the lot. You may have to go to $75,000. You don't know what people are willing to go for. At this point, people are willing to go all in this particular neighborhood. A little bit crazy. Story number one home builder. Home builders gone wild. My next story is about a gentleman who is from Florida, and he saw me about 9 months ago, and we found a place where he wants to build a home in a 55 and over community. Now the guy is just barely 55. Long story is we found a perfect lot right by a lake, gorgeous. And we contracted, and we knew it was going to take 9 months to get this house built. 4 days before the house was set to close, he got a phone call saying that the sewer in front of the house has to be moved. It didn't go through as planned based on the county inspection, and they have to break up the ground, and then they're gonna move the sewer line, and then they're gonna be able to close. So he was upset. He's got to deal with selling the house, moving, selling the business, and running the business still until he's ready to move and let go of the business. So this 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they didn't give us an exact time, was really putting him off. He called me up on the verge of tears. I mean, but we know things happen, so we let it go, okay? We know things happen. He had to lose money on airfare. Long story short is we got a new date. Very excited. So he's made all these plans to come back, go for the closing. I've gone for the pre-drywall walk. I've gone through the inspection, and I've actually met the builder prior to my client coming in from Florida for the closing. So everything's supposed to be fixed. Everything's supposed to be perfect. He gets a phone call 2 days before. They have to postpone the closing. They have another issue with the sewer. It's like, are you kidding me? You had 4 weeks. You told us everything was fine. Changed the whole date. Now we have another issue. Now at this point, my dear friend is calling me crying, and he's beside himself. He's like in a state of depression. So I get on the phone, I call the agent, I call the builder, I call the project manager, I call the land developer. Everything is out of everybody's hands. I start going on the Facebook, I hit the Twitter, I go to the company. Now I'm not gonna mention the company, but I know the company. And lo and behold, I got 6 phone calls within a couple of hours saying, closing is back on. Awesome. Gentleman flew in. The house was not perfect like it should have been. Final walkthrough before closing, that house should be perfect. I went through that house and taped it, found all the problems, pointed everything out. It was not ready. We closed anyway with the promise that they were gonna fix everything. We're in the process of fixing it. And they sent us pictures as we were closing that they were taking care of whatever wasn't done. And thank goodness we closed on the home. But you really have to have someone who's yelling, someone who's gonna be proactive. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes, like this postponement was completely unnecessary. Third story, have someone who I'm working with probably 2 years, probably about a year ago, signed a contract to build a custom home, 9,000 square feet, very, very expensive, very exclusive neighborhood. Brought him to the builder, plans were made, everything was done, builder dragging his feet. My guy had a time limit of April of this year, actually next year, so April of 22 to move in. Custom homes take anywhere 14, 15, 16, year and a half, sometimes 2 years to build. There's no way this house was gonna be built. And the builder, the custom builder, who shall remain nameless, but I know him, approached my buyer and said, we're not gonna make any money on your house because lumber prices had gone up. Now lumber prices were going up when we contracted for this house. He's not gonna make enough money. He's begging and said, can we get out of the contract? They wanted out of this contract. So my guy was nice enough, actually. He didn't want an angry builder building his house, and he let them out of the contract. My guy lost money based on him paying for the plans. I would have held the builder to build that house. We contracted to build that house in a certain time period. Contractually, you were obligated to do that. They didn't do it. They were nasty, 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 nasty. Long story is that I found my buyer a new home. He is from out of state, seen a million homes for him and videotaped them. Found a great home for him in the neighborhood that he wants. We've closed on the home. Everything is perfect. And he ended up, he's gonna save $300,000 or $400,000. House is gonna be a little bit smaller, but he's saving a ton of money. We don't have to deal with the builder that frankly did not do the right thing. So that's what's going on. It's builders gone wild here in Charlotte, North Carolina and the surrounding areas. If you're looking for a luxury home or a new home build here in the Charlotte, North Carolina area or the surrounding suburbs, and if you think I can get you to the next best part of your life, feel free to contact me. Text, call, my contact information is down below. For that free guide, go down to the description below, click on the link, free community, free school guide. Click on that, get that for free, invaluable information. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.